Are you new to the Christian faith and are seeking to buy a Bible for the first time and do not know what Bible translation would be a good fit for you? Then listen to this episode of the On My Lunch Break with God, the podcast. In today's episode, we will compare and contrast various Bible translations so that you can figure out what is the best Bible translations for your spiritual needs and learning objectives. Before we begin to compare and contrast Bible translations, I will begin with a passage from the book of Joshua, that is Joshua chapter 1, verse 8, and it reads, "This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do according to all that is written in it. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have good success." And that was a reading from the English Standard Version. Moving on. So, what is a good Bible translation? And that answer is, a good Bible translation is the best Bible translation that keeps you reading the Bible, one that feels comfortable for you. This should be a translation that you will not want to put down, one that makes reading the Bible feel like pleasure and not a chore. A Bible translation that is rooted in sound doctrine, that is aligned with the earliest manuscripts from the original languages of the New and Old Testaments. But you have to do a little homework before you make your purchase, and that is the purpose of this episode, to help you to complete your research before you make your purchase. So, get your notebook and your pen ready to write down the list we have compiled of the 4 popular Bible translations. Here is a compare and contrast lists of 4 translations we picked that most people use, and they are the NIV, or New International Version, ESV, or English Standard Version, King James Version, or KJV, and NASB, or North American Standard Bible. Let's start with a compare and contrast of the KJV, or King James Version. The pros are, it has a rich literary style and historical significance. It is widely recognized. The KJV is quoted in English literature and culture. It's loved by older people. Cons: uses archaic English that can be difficult to understand for modern readers, based on manuscripts that potentially are missing some of the most accurate textual information. Next is the ESV, or English Standard Version. The ESV was created by a team of over 100 leading evangelical scholars and is published by Crossway, a not-for-profit Christian ministry. The pros are, strives for a balance between accuracy and readability. The ESV is known for its literary quality and faithfulness to the original languages. Cons: can be slightly more challenging to read than some other versions. Because of the ESV's commitment to a highly literal translation, can sometimes lead to complex sentence structures and unfamiliar language, making it less accessible to those new to the Bible or less familiar with biblical language. See Christian Books and Distributors article entitled Exploring the Strengths and Weaknesses of the ESV and NIV translations of the Bible. Next up is the NASB, or New American Standard Bible, is a translation of the Bible in contemporary English, published by the Lockman Foundation. The New American Standard Bible is considered by some sources as the most literally translated of major 20th century English Bible translations. The pros are, highly regarded for its word-for-word accuracy, aims to be as literal as possible while still maintaining readability, loved by seminary professors, great for academic research. The cons can sometimes sound stilted or awkward due to its emphasis on literal translation. May not be as easy to understand for casual readers. Does not come off smoothly for public readings. Before we continue on with the remaining Bible translations, if you would like to support the podcast, then press the like button or share the podcast with a friend. Thank you. The last translation is the NIV, or New International Version, is published by Biblica. The complete New International Version was released on October 27, 1978, with a minor revision in 1984 and a major revision in 2011. The prose are highly readable. Also, the NIV is known for its accessibility to a wide range of readers, focuses on clarity and ease of understanding, gender-inclusive language. One of the notable strengths of the NIV is its deliberate effort to use gender-inclusive language where appropriate. This approach strives to promote inclusivity and reflect a more balanced representation of both genders in the text. Cons. Some scholars criticize it for occasionally sacrificing accuracy for readability, such as interpretive bias. Critics argue that the NIV at times exhibits a degree of interpretive bias in its translation. Choices may not be as suitable for in-depth study as more literal translations. So, again, which version is best for you? Well, for devotional reading, the NIV or ESV might be good choices due to their readability. For in-depth study, the New American Standard Bible or English Standard Version could be preferred for their accuracy, for experiencing the historical and literary significance. The KJV offers a unique and powerful reading experience, and the choice for making your grandma smile, the KJV may be best. Ultimately, the best version for you depends on your personal preferences, spiritual needs, and reading goals. You might even consider reading from multiple versions to gain a deeper understanding of the text. You can do this by purchasing a parallel Bible, or what is also called a side-by-side Bible. A side-by-side Bible, or a parallel Bible, will allow you to access the strengths of 2 or 4 of the translations that you find suitable for your different needs. Like, for example, accessing the readability of the NIV with the combined literal nature of the NASB. And lastly, I hope you have been provided with some information to make a suitable Bible translation purchase. Also, if you have enjoyed the episode, then please like the episode, share the episode with a friend, and follow or subscribe. See you for the next episode of the On My Lunch Break with God the Podcast for those that desire to spend their lunch break thinking about the goodness of God.